here again. I'm here again with my new phone. The audio is crisp and the video is crisp. And I know this because of a little bit of feedback, but also because I watched my earlier video where I was testing the sound in the video and I said, you can hear me and you can see me and it wasn't choppy and the battery doesn't die. Like I plugged it in right now. The other phone, I would plug the phone in. It would be 100% when I get into work. Then it would be like 80% by 10 o'clock. And that's with barely using it. Then by noon, it would be like 60%. I get off work, it's 37%. And I go to the gym. Like, it was just a disaster. So, right now, all is good in the hood. I still owe for the phone, of course, but you know, sometimes you gotta spend money to make money. And I gotta thank y'all, actually, because a little thing that somebody who's not monetized on YouTube might not know. You only get paid once a month from YouTube, and you only get paid if you make $100 a month. Once you get to $100, I should say, not $100 a month. Once you have reached the threshold of $100, there's a certain day of the month, like the 20-something of each month, where they will disperse you a payment in your form of payment, which is a direct deposit for me. So, in the off season, I will usually go about 3 months before YouTube gives me anything. But when the Big Brother season starts, I can depend on that little payment once a month because of your engagement, super chats, and memberships, super stickers, and that kind of stuff. So thank you all for that. I don't think there's anything much new going on that I know of. Anyone can fill me in. Hi, Jacob, and hi, Vicky. Maybe there's something new, but I don't know of anything new that's going on. I'm really just seeing relationship stuff and conversations about what's going to happen moving forward, conversations of the potential of the votes if Jimmy stays on the block and if Kelly stays on the block, or if Jimmy and who's the other one? Jimmy. Why can I not think of the third person? Kelly. Jimmy and Kelly are on the block. Who's the third person on the block, y'all? I'm having a brain cramp right now. I know Jimmy replaced Keanu. Kelly stayed on the block so far. Riley. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Thank you. So there's conversations on if it is Jimmy and Kelly, or whether it's Jimmy and Riley, or whether it's Riley and Kelly. But I think that most of us collectively feel that Riley and Kelly is the least likely combination of people to be on the block. Jimmy could pull it off. I'm actually not discounting Jimmy, but this is probably going to be one of the more interesting blockbusters, not because of the game itself, but just because it's going to be interesting who wins. That could have some serious implications on the game. Moving, be going home, Jimmy could be going home, or Kelly. Kelly would probably have the least implications, but it would just mean one less person that they can keep putting on the block every week. And then saying, oh, I'm sorry, but you volunteered before, and all that other stuff. Okay, Riley's really expressing his feelings for Kelly. Sickening. I was literally watching that for about 40 minutes. off the feeds altogether because I am uninterested in watching Riley express his love for Catherine. Uninterested. I'm sorry. Jimmy and Rachel. Are we back? Are we back? Or are we back? I don't know if this does the same thing as it did on my Android, but I tried to reset it. Let me know in the chat. Yes? Okay. I was just answering your question and saying I don't necessarily think that she hates Jimmy. I just think that it's like game recognized game. I think she's threatened by his potential as a game player and feels like I gotta get him before he gets me. Even though he wasn't taking specific aim at her, I still tend to feel like she was thinking ahead. But I think it was just the same way that all those ladies felt about Heizem. Hold on. Dropping off my clothes and then be muting. It's not the phone. I'm muting in a second. Okay. Ashley is pushing Jimmy to stay. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Ashley right now is putting some separation between herself and the other ladies. I've been noticing that. She's kind of talking a little bit to Ava. She wants Ava to stay. She wants Jimmy to stay. She wants an alliance. She wants Will. She wants Will to be in her alliance. I think she wants Rachel to be kind of on the outskirts of her alliance. Yeah, she's kind of like building her thing on the side. I think that eventually her and Morgan are kind of gonna end up like in a head-to-head situation. Uno momento. The simple things in life. I gotta tell y'all random, but once I find places that I like for everything that I like, I go to the same place all the time. I have my place that I go to get my sushi. I have the place that I go to drop my laundry. I have the place that I go to for my coffee. These places, I don't stop going to those places unless they cease to exist, which did happen with my favorite coffee shop and a couple other things during the midst of the pandemic. But everywhere that still exists, like this laundromat, when I first started using laundromats, this is the first place I ever went, and I still go there. The sushi place was the first place I ever had sushi, and I still go there. And especially, yeah, the items keep me there, the products and the services somewhat, but the customer service, you know, when I get to a place that has top tier customer service, I'm gonna be there forever. Anyways, seems like it's gonna split. Rachel, Ashley, Will. I can't. I can't with the numbers at times. But that's nothing against you. That's just, these are Terran type of breakdowns, and to be able to really focus on that, I can't be driving and I can't be working. I literally just have to be sitting down. I'm gonna start doing something, but you gave me a great idea. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet, but I just got a fantastic idea based on that very thing. And yeah, I'm gonna make this idea happen soon. I'm gonna make it happen soon. Okay. Yeah, I'm a creature of habit. When things change, it changes my life. Like, when I tell you I've gotten used to this office, when I was used to 5 years of being at home, I thought I would never get used to being in the office again, but 5 months going on 6 in the office, okay, now this is my new habitat and I'm used to this. Not to say that I wouldn't welcome a change of being back out of the office, but for right now, I feel comfortable for a few reasons. You get to know the people exactly. And it's nice to go into an establishment and have the people already know you. They know how you like things done. They know how you like your food. They know how you like your clothes. They know how you like your coffee. They know how you like your haircut. You know what I mean? If you go to the nail salon or the hair salon, they know how you like those things. So when you get in there, it's not so much even explaining the way that you want it or the style. It's just you talking to them about life, family, sports, whatever it is, TV shows. Same thing with my lives. I used to really miss those big 100, 200, 300 people lives that I used to have on my old channel, but on my old channel it was just like rapid fire. I wasn't really able to focus on y'all and give everybody individual attention because I just had to read so many comments. I'm hybrid, 3 days at work. I actually had the option to still be hybrid, but for the way things are working for me right now, I think I focus a little better in an office, and and I have more resources in the office, so I'm kind of sticking it out with the office for now until further notice. Mondays and Fridays. Those are good days to choose. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you go in. Monday and Friday. By the way, sound check. Y'all still hear me good? Because that's my main thing. If you hear me good, then I made a good investment. If you hear me good, then I made a good investment. Alright. Yeah, so you hear me good? Good. I love having my people at places. That's why I hate when they close down these smaller establishments in favor of these these big corporations. Like, I was devastated when they made the Walmart by me one of those Walmart supercenters, and they closed down everything else. Closed down the pharmacy, the auto department, the gardening department, the bicycle shop. They closed down hella shops so that they could put everything in Walmart. Mom and pop shops. Yes. Yes, mom and pop shops for lunch are amazing. We still have a few left here, but not many. I hear you. Excellent. That's my only concern. This phone of mine, this former phone of mine, which I still have with me, look, crazy, crazy. I held on to this thing for 2 years in that type of condition, and I kept dropping it and dropping it and dropping it and dropping it some more. Okay, Rory, Charicity, you got that person? Need windscreen. It's actually not wind, it is my air conditioning. Because it is hot where I'm at. I just turned it down. Oh, Cass, you got it. Thank you. They closed one of our grocery stores, but we still have another one that's nearby. Never closes. Because if it does, we will be in a food desert. Do you have like a Walmart by you? Or like a big chain grocery store? Or is that the only gig in town? She beat me to it. Two of you timed this person out at the same time. I don't know who got it first. Walmart is far away, okay. The place where I was in the Midwest, in Michigan, Walmart was like really far away from where I was also. We had this like real local bare bones grocery store that had just the basics. And the prices were not even that good. And they could get away with charging rates that high because there was no other grocery store nearby. I think the closest one was probably 45 minutes from where I went to school. And there was no public transportation, so you had to have a car to be able to go there. So I just went to the little store on campus, and then also, the little store right off campus that was a little walking distance. And then aside from that, I'd buy the on-campus stuff, which was also not much. But my CAF card was an amazing thing. We had a CAF card that we could load money on at the beginning of the semester. and then we could just swipe whenever we wanted to get our food. But I used to be really dumb with it because I would buy a whole bunch of snacks for my room, like snacks and juices, and my card would run out real fast. Now, are people still talking or nah? Because I don't see anything in the chat. Let me swipe out and back in just in case. Did it freeze again? The air vent is over here. I'm over here. But it's on max. My air vent is on max because it's so hot here and I can't function without having my air conditioning on maximum. Alright, the small one, yeah, exactly. Well, I don't mind paying extra for small businesses sometimes. I do not got good AC. If it was good, I probably wouldn't have to turn it up so high. And I'm almost back to my place of employment slash slavery. Ooh. Okay. I know that might be a little dramatic. And here we go. Do the Charlie Brown. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll chat probably later. Bye.